So in this sheet, I'm going to save the sheet as, let me save it as derivative matrix. Okay. Okay, I think it is by mistake it is, okay, let me save it in the desktop. Okay. So we are going to make this sheet which should have all the relevant data for your stock analytics purpose. So you're going to make a sheet, each sheet for individual stocks. So let us go to NSE website and retrieve old data, because if you want to do a research, you need to first see what has happened in that stock from an old data perspective. So the Excel sheet will have cash market data of that stock, derivative data of the stock as well. So let us first retrieve the cash market data. The cash market data should be this: security wise price, volume and delivery position data. Let us see the symbol. So any stock which we would like to see, maybe let's start with say ACC, or let us see, let us do Tata. Okay, so let's do ACC. Let's see, in ACC we have EQ, which is okay, and say you want data since, let us do this research from, this is December, so let us go back, let's start from September. Okay, so we may need data from, so we need to see when did August expire. So if you see August expired on 25th, so we can take data from 26th of August. So let us take the 26th of August to till date, to today is, so we'll get data till 9th, so get data. So you have all the data points. You download this in the CSV format. You get data like this. Okay. You copy this data and you copy as it is in our DA sheet. So now you have data points where you have symbol, AQ, date, previous close, open, high, low, close, last price, close price, which is a settlement price, average price for the day, total traded quantity, turnover in lakhs, number of trades, deliverable quantity. That means out of how these many total traded quantity, these many are delivered, which represents this much percentage of the total deliverable quantity. Okay. Now you look at the, now we have to derive the derivative data. So let us go to derivative data retrieving. So let us go to home page again. Let us go to all reports. Let us go to derivatives. Okay. You need to get in, because you are retrieving the old data, so you need to see the archive. So in archive, go to contract wise price volume data. So instrument is stock future, symbol is ACC, year is 2016, expiry. So we decided we are going to do from September expiry. So this data, expiry, from which date? So you want this data of September expiry. So right now we are focused on current month data. So September expiry. So from 26th till September is 29th. Okay. So you want data like this. Does it make sense for you? So for September expiry, post August expiry, which was on 25th, you need data of September expiry. Why do you need data post August expiry? Because this represents your current month expiry data. So as on date beyond 26 September, August till 29th of September, all the data points represents current month expiry data. So you just copy from here and you add this here. Okay, so you see this is 26th August, this is also 26th August. What you have done is you have brought the current month expiry as on 26th August as part of this data collection. Apart from current month, we will also suggest you to collect the second month as well, because a lot of rollover data and cumulative open interest data will be dependent on the second month data as well. So let's close this CSV. Let us save this. Now I need a second month data. So for the same date range, your second month is actually the October month, correct? Now October month, you can actually take data till October, because you have data available till 27th of October for October month expiry. So you get the data, you download the file in CSV file, you open it. Now you copy this and you can paste it here. So you have the second month data till September expiry, as well as first month data till October expiry. So why don't we use this data, Control X, cut this from here and paste it here. So that means post September expiry, which will expire on 29th of September, from 30th of September, because October contract will become the near month contract, the near month continuation is happening in this particular cell. Is it fine? Right? Now from 30th of September, let me close this CSV. From 30th of September, I need November expiry contract, right? So for November expiry, I need from 30th of September, from 30th of September to which month, which date? Which date? 24th of November. Am I making sense, everyone? Great. Now I don't need this header, because already my headers are there on top. So I just need the data directly. So I cross the data and I paste it here. Okay. And after 27th of October, which is the expiry of October contract, I'll cross this data and I'll paste it here. Okay. Let me close the CSV. Let me save this file. Now I want data from 28th of October. I need data for the month for which expiry? For December expiry. So I need data from 28th of October till today, correct? Because December expiry you have as on today, which is 9th. I can take the data till today. Let me open it. I don't want the header again. Let me use this data, cross it, paste it here. Here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wanted. This is what this is. Yeah, I was correct. So I paste it here, and this post November expiry has become near month. So I cross it from here and paste it here. Now the second month in the month of December is which month? It's the January month, correct? So January 2017, remember this. And we want data from which date? We want it from 25th of November. So let me take the data from 25th of November till date. So this is the data. So this is a one-time exercise which you have to do, because you don't have a proper data base with you to do the homework. But one time, if you have done this exercise, oh, it's a problem with this data. See, there's some problem with this data from NSE side. Anyways, once you have done this exercise, oh, it's a second month, so maybe it was not active. That's why the data is 0. Once you have done this exercise, your database is ready to be just amended every day. So all you need to do is, for the past one day, get the data accordingly, get into a CSV, don't copy paste from here, get into a CSV and just copy paste that respective row of CSV to this particular field. This exercise which I am doing is a very basic primitive exercise in an Excel. There are a lot of software companies who have developed so high-end software for this. But the beauty of this exercise is it's free of cost. All you have to do is spend half an hour on a daily basis to do this exercise. So now my data is there. What are the databases? What is the data we are carrying? So we have cash market data. Okay. We have current month data. We have next month data as a nicely presented data. Now let us get into the analytics part of this data. So I suggest the moment we get into the analytics, let us put some date here, retrieve the date here, because we'll always have to go back to the date side. Apart from date, in volume terms, we need to actually let's pull the price of the cash market as well, because this is on the extreme this side. So closing price of the cash market. Okay. We also need volume data of cash market, because this volume data of cash market will help us in calculating the average. We also need delivery volume of cash market. So volume multiplied by percentage delivery, right? So this is out of this volume, this is the delivery volume. Okay. Let us reduce our working to 2 decimals for simplicity of our working. Let me pull this data. Whatever data we have now, let us pull this data here. Okay, nice. Now we need to calculate a 5-day average volume of delivery, right? 5-day average delivery volume. So obviously for that I cannot start from here. I can only do average from here. And when you say 5-day average, it should be last 5 days average. Okay. This is last 5 days average volume of delivery volume. Okay. Also, when we talk about open interest, percentage change in open interest, we should consider cumulative open interest combining both the months. Actually, you should combine all the months, but because the third month is not always, most of the time it's illiquid, we can combine both the months for the purpose of cumulative open interest. So cumulative OI can be OI of second month plus the OI of first month. So this is the cumulative open interest number for the purpose of calculating the change in open interest in percentage terms. Okay. So let us try to calculate the price change, OI change, delivery as percentage of 5-day average, 5-day delivery. So price change, so the formula would be this minus previous day price divided by previous day price, correct? Open interest change will be this minus previous day open interest divided by previous day open interest, correct? Delivery percentage will be the delivery volume today divided by average delivery volume. Okay, let us express this data in percentage terms with 2 decimals. Okay, and let us pull this down here. Okay, we will not get the first 4-day data, so let us remove from here so that we don't get it distorted. Okay, so now we have price change, open interest change, and delivery change. Okay, I suggest we introduce conditional formatting also as part of our working. This conditional formatting will help us in identifying an outlier out of this data point. So let me introduce conditional formatting. So conditional formatting highlights cells in case of price change. So I want to imply conditional formatting here. So highlight cells which is greater than, let me take this reference. Okay, if it is more than that percentage, let us highlight as at green field. Okay, and again a condition format, the highlight cell less than minus of this, you can highlight it with light red fill with this. Okay, does it make sense? So let me write down say 2% here. So you know all the movements which will be more than 2% will get highlighted, and movement which will be less than 2% will get highlighted. Does it make sense? Because we should focus more on outliers and less on everyday. Similarly, we'll do it for open interest. So conditional formality, highlight greater than this, okay, and less than minus of this. Let's keep it 5% here. Okay, and in case of this, highlight cell greater than maybe this, and this would be say 100%. So whenever today's delivery is more than 100% of the average, it will get highlighted here. This highlight actually gives you your eye a very, very clear. Let us keep it 1.5% to I have to show up to 2 decimal here. Okay, now let us put long here, short here, and conclusion. Okay, so shall we start? Great. So on 26, which was the first day of expiry, typically the last day of expiry and the first day of expiry should never be used for any kind of judgment. Okay, we also need to kind of import open, high, low, close, because it's far away from there. Here open, high, low, close. So open price, high price, low price, and close. Close is H2. Let me see what is H2. H2 is close price, which is the last traded price. Or we can avoid H2 and we can take I2, which is the close price. The difference between last traded price and close price is the settlement price, which is the last half an hour weighted average price, and last price is the last traded price. Ideally, we should take the close price. Okay, now let me drag this. Great. So our Excel is ready. Now, so as I said, first expiry of any new expiry should be avoided because it will always give a distorted picture. So we are not, so that's why this data has no meaning at all. Second day we see open interest has fallen by 3.74% and the price is flat. Now the price on a closing to close basis is flat, but we need to see high and low as well to make a judgment whether the price has the open interest decrease has been while the price has fallen or the price has risen. If the price risen is there and open interest has fallen, that's a short covering, and if the price has fallen while the open interest has fallen, that's a long covering, isn't it? From this flat data, I don't think so we are able to make any judgment. So we need to look at open, high, low, close. In fact, the best will be to look at the intraday chart. So if you are a regular stock, if you are watching this stock regularly, you will for sure look at the intraday chart, and based on that you will make the judgment. However, let us try to make some judgment out of the only open, high, low, close data. So it opened at 1638. It has a high of 1641. It has a low of 1623, and it closed right in the midway between open and high. So it is very difficult to make a judgment whether the close was, if the close was near to the low, you know for sure that the open interest increase or decrease has happened below, near the low, or if the close was near the high, you could have easily made that guesswork, intelligent guesswork. But in this case, it is grossly not possible for us to do it. Okay, let us also see the average price, because if we have the average, it will give us a good indication of the average price of the future trend as a good support and resistance level in that stock. Okay. This day, open interest has increased and the price has also gone up. This is a clear case of long build up. So we also need a change in absolute terms. So this minus this. Okay. So this increase in open interest is on the long side of the market. Okay. Now this increase in open interest is on the long side of the market. Average traded price is 1676 and the low price is 1640. Open and low is the same. Now 1640, that means becomes a very important support for this stock. And the average price at which the stock was bought was around 1676. So we also highlight this 1676 as an important price. Next day again, open interest went up, price went up. Open interest went up, price went up. This is also in new long position getting inside the system. Again, open and low is the same. Okay, so this also becomes an important support, and this is an important average resistance support price for the stock. Next day, open interest has increased and the price has fallen. Now, open interest increased, price fallen is classic sign of short position. So, significant short position was built that day. The price opened at 68, it made a high of 1699 and it made a low of 1668. So, open and low was the same price, but your high 1699 and your close had significant difference. This price, if you see the low made on previous day when they were long position, and the low and the close price is below this price, this is kind of an indication, and the average is also below the low. This is kind of an indication that probably the long rally which was seen in the stock has kind of died down, because the average price now, the low price, the average price is below the low price of the day when the significant positions was getting built. So here I'll become very cautious and I'll become cautious and I'll start looking for a short opportunity. Open interest fallen, open interest again going up, price again going down. So this is again a classic case of new short position getting inside the system. The average price now is 1674. The closing price is 1669. The low price is 1665. So there is a new short position, but not many people have actually delivered the stock, right? So I will add this as part of my stock position. If you see overall, I have a long position and here I have a short position. Overall basis, I see that there is a short quite aggressive in the market, right? And there is a significant short covering which has happened. Because of short covering, the price went up. The new high made was 1708. But mind you, this price was defended. 1713 was defended. So till the price is not closing above this price, so this is an important resistance price and this is an important support price. Till the price is not closing above this, there is no, and then there is a significant build-up in open interest. I will presume that the market is in a range bound stage where shorts entered and they had to cover their position because the stock was not showing a genuine trend downwards and there was not support deliveries based support in that stock. Look at this day. Open interest has fallen, price has fallen and there is significant delivery. That means some longs have decided to square up their position. Why? Because maybe an important technical level has been breached and few longs have decided to square up their position. The price has fallen again significantly, but the open interest change has not been significant. So the price has gone down. This fall in the price is not significant enough for anyone to believe because open interest not participated in the price falling down. So, and if you see the price 1640 and there was a high of 1640, so it actually opened below that support of 1640, right? So the price went down, but it was not supported by an increase or decrease in the open interest. So the price actually next day went down with slight change in the open interest. Price went down, again price was flattish. Open interest did not see much effective change. So this is the time when the expiry is approaching. So 26th I believe is the expiry. 26th September is the expiry of 29th September is the expiry. So if you see, as we approach the expiry, the open interest is not changing significantly. Now let me introduce the concept of rollover here, because rollover gives us an indication of whether people are rolling over their position from the current month to the next month. So rollover formula is second month open interest divided by first month open interest. Okay. So if you see in the stock ACC, the open interest change was not significant throughout the expiry. Slight changes, and these slight changes were never a change which will suggest a major trend breakout in that stock. That's why the stock, it started the expiry at 1638 and it ended the expiry at 1620. That means not much major impact on the movement of the stock price. So there was slight build up in open interest, slight build up in deliveries, but those were not substantial enough to take a major trend following into the market, right? So this rollover which is being calculated suggests that there was rollover in the stock on this expiry, but since not significant positions were built throughout the expiry, so if you add this, it's only 23% open interest was built throughout the expiry. So not much significant position was built, and whatever position was built, mostly that was on the, so let me add here. So this was on the short side, this was on the long side, this was a clear short covering. Okay, major position builder was here, which was again on the short side. Again, major position builder was here, which was on the long side, and here, which was on the but this was an expiry day, so we will not give very high importance to this particular day. Okay. So this month we were unable to conclude something concrete for ACC as far as expiry trend is concerned. But having said that, we saw that overall shorts were 1,08,000 and longs were 197. That means there were significant longs vis-a-vis shorts who were interested in this stock to go up. We will not consider this day as well for the purpose of our judgment. Next day we saw that the price went up, open interest went up slightly, not very significant. So this price movement going up should not be trusted at all. So you find a resistance here which can be an important resistance for the stock to be sold. So you found 1640 was an important point. From that level 1639 became a resistance and the stock actually went down to 1609. Oh, this day is interesting when there is significant delivery interest in the stock and open interest has also gone up. But the price movement suggests that the price it opened at 33, it made a high of 43, low of 22, closed it around 37. So almost on the midway, not really clear about what the stock is going to do. If you see next day, open interest has gone up. 1647.9 was the high, low was 22, close was around 38. So again, not much judgment can be drawn out of this data point, although there was a significant build-up in open interest, right? But if you have an intraday chart with open interest data as embedded as part of the chart, you will be able to make a judgment on how the stock is looking forward to. If you see the average price, it is below the closing price. So maybe we can conclude from there that a new short position was getting built here. Again, here also average is below the closing price. So maybe a new short position here. So this stock can assume that maybe it's getting into a slightly, okay. Price, again the volume, there is significant volume. Average is below the closing price. That means there was a short position in the system again, and the short has been covered and the price has gone down, so there is long covering. Oh, so short has been covered. The price, again the open interest has fallen and the price has fallen, so that means long people have covered the position. So that means this stock looks like it's totally under the bearish territory. And there are a lot of people who are initiating short position and who are squaring up their previous long position from the system, right? In fact, if you see the average price is 40. Next day, if you see there is significant delivery, prices have also fallen. So this is again a sign of weakish stock trend. So this stock in this expiry, as we approach the expiry, the rollover zone, this stock completely looks to be under the hammer of bears, as there is significant delivery and price action happening in this stock throughout the expiry. This is very interesting data. If you see the high and the average, they will become a very, very important data point for any future references now. So now 1640 has shifted to 1614, and your average price again 1565 becomes an important support or resistance for this stock. So these are important data point which will give you an aggressive trend in the stock. And if you see from this level of 1640 high, an average of 1565, this stock has actually not broken that average since then, since the day when significant delivery was done. This 1565 becomes an extremely important resistance for this stock. So as a derivative analyst, your role is to wait for these important days, initiate a position with a significant stop loss and ride the trend, because a significantly big resourceful person has joined that day in the market as a short position, and he is carrying over the position for a long period of time. So there is no significant square up in the position except on the day of expiry. If you see, there is no significant square up of the position to suggest that the shorts are moving out of the system. Okay, now let us keep on. Again, this average is below the closing price, almost on the closing price, so we can assume that these longs have covered their position. Okay, open interest fall. This is good fall in open interest, good volume, and prices have gone up. So now gradually longs have started covering the position. So this now 15 low price will become an important price. Again, prices rising. Open interest has gone up, price has gone down. So again, new shorts have gone into the system. Okay, this is important. Price has gone down, open interest has gone up, delivery. So that means again new shorts have gone into the system. So this stock is under total bear hammer. Okay, this is not interesting. Price have gone down, but volume has not been supported, although open interest has gone down. They short, but careful short. However, because there is no decrease in open interest and the old shorts are continuing with their position, this stock is continuously under the bear hammer. Again, open interest going up, but delivery is not at all supportive. So I will not be very comfortable with the way price is falling. So I'll kind of now become slightly cautious of the price fall from here, and I will start looking at opportunities where this stock will give us some kind of a support. And the support level, etc., can be easily retrieved from the low prices made on any significant day, or the average trading price of a particular day. For example, this day there was delivery, prices went up. So this price 316 becomes a very important support price, and I would suggest that till the stock is trading above 316, this stock should not be sold further, and we should wait for a significant short covering in this stock and make money from that short covering. And if you see, that is what precisely happened. There was a short covering with prices moving up. There was a short covering, right? And prices actually moved up after the short covering.